my favourite 30 number ones that came out of this building. Ahoy hoy everybody, and welcome to this video where I'm going through my 30 favourite Motown number ones. To qualify, they have to be on this box set, which I recently bought and listened to. This is Motown The Complete Number Ones. So on 11 CDs in this replica of Hitsville, USA. They have, how do they describe them? It's on here somewhere. 200 classic songs that were number one around the world. So to qualify to be on here, they have to have been number one somewhere. Most of them are America or the UK or both. Some of them are on the funny, US R&B charts and things like that. I say funny because we just have the chart over here nowadays. I think there's still an indie chart, but we don't have genre charts. So some of them were only number one on those charts, but all those tracks, all those 200 tracks that are on those CDs were number one somewhere. I've gone through them and basically picked out the ones that I particularly like, narrowed that down to 30 and put them in some sort of order. The nearer the top you are, the more accurate it is, but the bottom half is pretty interchangeable. I'm going to see if I can get the single covers and sort of stick them up as I talk about them, but I'm not going to in any great depth on anything. So you'll see how this pans out. I have my list. And at number 30 is Dancing on the Ceiling by Lionel Richie. The only Lionel Richie track on this list. I don't mind Lionel Richie. He's not done any bad songs, but none of them particularly wow me, but I've always liked Dancing on the Ceiling. Number 29 is Rhythm of the Night by DeBarge, another 80s track. It's just a great track, basically. Again, the only track by them on this list. Number 28 is a Jackson song. It's not the Jackson 5, it's not Michael, it's Jermaine Jackson with Let's Get Serious. Again, another great song. It's a song that, until I listened to that box set, I didn't realise was Jermaine Jackson. I just thought it was a, generic 70s singer of that ilk, R&B, soul, whatever you want to call it. I didn't realise it was Jermaine Jackson, but it's a track I've always liked. Number 27, and the first appearance of Diana Ross with I'm Still Waiting. So the first slower song on this list. It's just a beautiful song, performed brilliantly. Number 26 is another slower one, and this is Gladys Knight and the Pips, one of their few Motown releases. And this is If I Were Your Woman. Just a beautiful song. Then we up the pace for number 25, and we have Heatwave by Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. Just a great early classic from a Motown stable. Just a great track, basically. Number 24, we have Do You Love Me by The Contours. It's a song that I've got a vague memory of suddenly hearing somewhere for the first time. Is it in Ferris Bueller? But I think I knew it before then anyway. Whether I've got a cover of it by somebody else, I don't know. But I sort of had to check when I was going through this. I couldn't remember. I sort of had to double check. Is it the song I'm thinking of? And it is. But it's just a song I've always, ever since I first heard it, I've always loved. Number 23, first appearance of the Four Tops. And this is I Can't Help Myself. Sugar Pie, Honey Bunch, You Know That I Love You. It's just a classic song. Really enjoy it. Number 22, another slower one. And this is the Isley Brothers with This Old Heart of Mine Is Weak For You. This is on the Motown soundtrack album that I've got. The Moonlighting soundtrack album that I've got. And I've always loved it. So here it is on the list. Number 21, Four Tops again. And this is Reach Out, I'll Be There. Again, another just classic track. You hear it on the radio. It always sounds good. Catchy. Everyone knows the words to it. Or at least the chorus, Great song. As is number 20, Marvin Gaye. I heard it through a grapevine. Obviously had a resurgence in the 80s with the Levi advert. But, it's a great song. The Gladys Knight and the Pips version of it actually reached number one before Marvin's version. But Marvin's is the definitive one. Obviously he wrote it. Number 19 is The Temptations, first appearance of them, but certainly not the last. And it's Just My Imagination. This is a song that I first heard. Prince did an after show in 1988 in Holland or Belgium. Holland, I think. It's a much bootlegged show, normally called the Small Club after show. And most of the after shows on the 88 Love Sexy tour, he stuck in Just My Imagination, normally sung by Bonnie Boyer, who was the keyboard player and a beautiful, soulful voice. Sadly died a few years back. And as soon as I heard it, I thought, I'm totally unfamiliar with the song, but really loved it. And since then, discovered the Temptations version and love it. Number 18 from the 70s, Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Diana Ross. Again, another classic song everybody knows. Brilliant performance. The production on it is really great as well. Great song. Number 17 is War by Edwin Starr. Again, it's, probably the only Edwin Starr song that 99% of people could name, including probably me. If I had a real think about it, I might come up with one or two more. Stop thinking about it, Martin. But it is such a classic. I actually saw him, Heineken put on a free music festival in Southsea in the early 90s. I think it was. Probably somewhere between 91 and 93. I think I was in the sixth form at the time. And me and my friends went and sat and watched most of it. And Edwin Starr was the headliner. And of course, War was the track he closed with. That is just a great song. Number 16 is What's Going On by Marvin Gaye. Title track to the album, which I've recently listened to for my first listen to classic album series. Not sure when I'm posting these, so that might not have gone up yet. But if it hasn't, it will be soon. Probably hasn't, actually, thinking about it. But it's a great track. Obviously, the message behind it is very important as well. But it's beautifully performed, beautifully sung. Great track. Have I not said great track on any of these ones yet? Number 15, we're back to the Temptations and Get Ready. This is another song that actually a cover version made me love. And it was been covered by Molotov Jukebox, which is a band I really like. And I've sort of loved their version of it, and through that I've learnt to love the original. Number 14, and we're back to the 80s for Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell. So Rockwell was the nephew, I think, of Berry Gordy, who created Motown, basically. And this song was written by and features lots of vocals from Michael Jackson. It's a song I'm sure you're all familiar with. It's a radio favourite, but it's a really good song. Number 13, and this is a complete anomaly. Until I had this box set, I didn't even realise this was a Motown song. This was I've Never Been to Me by Charlene. It's a song I don't remember not knowing. It's a song I've always really liked, and that's why it's so high on this list. Number 12, and it's first appearance of Stevie Wonder, but again, certainly not the last. And it's I Wish from Songs in the Key of Life. Great track. Practically perfect. I mean, I think everything from here onwards are perfect songs. Number 11, and we're back with the Temptations and his Ball of Confusion. Again, another great from there. I think it just crept into the 70s. I think it's 70s. But they sort of took control of their own sound, and it's all a bit darker. It's just a great track, Ball of Confusion. Still with the Temptations, at number 10, and it's My Girl. Again, one of these songs that's always played everywhere. Just always sounds great. Number 9, and it's first appearance of the Jackson 5, and it's Dancing Machine. Again, I've just always really loved it. It's not their biggest hit. I mean, obviously it was a number 1, but it's not their best known hit. But it's one I've always loved. Number 8, it's Back to Stevie for Higher Ground. I think I knew the Red Hot Chili Peppers cover first, but both versions are great. Stevie's in particular. That clavichord or whatever it is, riff on it, or electric piano, whatever it is, throughout it, just amazing. Number 7, it's Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. First and only appearance on the list, actually, for them, although I think he wrote some of the other songs. And it's Tears of a Clown. Again, I think I knew the Beats version before I knew his, but it's just, another one of these classic songs that always sounds great. Number 6, and the final appearance of the Temptations, and his Papa Was a Rolling Stone. Just for the intro alone makes it amazing, but another great song. Number 5, and a return of Martha Reeves and Vandellas with Dancing in the Street. I definitely knew the David Bowie and Mick Jagger version first, which I like. I know it gets criticised, but I've always liked it. The video's shit, but I've always liked the song. But the original is just an amazing piece of work. Number 4, and it's Stevie again, and it's Sir Duke, again from Songs in the Key of Life. That horn riff. Oh, I could just listen to that for hours. Number 3, another Jackson 5, and it's their debut single, I Want You Back. It's a great song. That intro, the piano glissando, or whatever they call it, and the beat and the rhythm kicking it. Oh, it's just great song. Number 2, and it's the only appearance on here for the Supremes. I like the Supremes, but none of their songs really wow me, apart from this one. Now, this is a track that I never heard until probably 3 or 4 years ago, not consciously anyway, but then it took me about a year to find out it was the Supremes, and since then I've just absolutely loved it, and it's The Happening. Very atypical Supreme song, which is why it's on this list and none of the others are, but it's an amazing song. And number 1, and it's Back to Stevie, and it's Superstition. It's just funky with a capital Funky. So that's it. Those are my 30 favourite Motown number 1s. My initial list was only a few more than that, and I sort of crossed the rest of them out fairly easily. Oh no, I ripped that page out and tore it up, so I can't tell you what they were. But so many great songs in the Motown catalogue. It was easy to find 30 that I loved. Let me know what Motown songs you love, whether you disagree with any of my list. I could have, if they'd been number 1s, I'm sure there would have been some Bruce Willis tracks on there, but none of his got to number 1s, unfortunately. But yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks. Bye.